Hello everybody, how are we all? Welcome to another Fighter Subscriber Preliminaries with a special guest, Kaz from Fighter Jet Roundtable. Do you want to say hello?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome and welcome back to the preliminaries for season 4, number 7 of Fight a Subscriber.
You took, you took,
And I am Kaz.
You took a moment there. You just thought, oh my god, is the call gone? Or is he messing with me? What's going on there?
No, I can. Yeah, no. It took a I was actually listening to the stream delay, so.
Oh, the stream delay isn't bad then. I've got this on ultra low latency to sort of facilitate this whole thing.
Yeah, it's about 5 seconds or so, but that's okay.
Okay. I haven't set up any fights because today was my little boy's second birthday.
Oh, that's adorable. That's
yeah.
cute.
He went to a party and, obviously being 2 years old, didn't know what was going on. He just knew he had lots of toys and was being fed far more crap food
Sweets than normal.
than is normal. Right, let's how is everybody? I haven't said hello to everybody. Hello, Anthony Wolseley, Electro Halo 8, Daniel Callahan, Senna Hoy, Android, Callsign Blaze, Plain Crazy Water Research Team, nice name, Roger 44477, Hilda Legedlack, Ben, hello, Script Kitty, hello, also Maximus Light sends his regards. He sent me a craft and I have to look at that. I have been sent...
Oh god, Max. He's the one who taught me how to build initially. Well, that's not true. I taught myself how to build, and then I sort of he took me kind of under his wing and taught me how to build a bunch of competitive stuff. And yeah, Max is an old friend of mine.
What I'm gonna do? I've just realised something. You're on my desktop audio, and I don't want to turn that down, so I am going to have to go out to the menu. Hangar AC hanging out next to the... I have to go out to the main menu, settings, and just turn down the master volume here. I don't know how much I turn it down by, actually. Let's try turning it down to about 20%, if it'll do that.
Should be okay. I usually do about that on my streams, so... Or my recording, rather.
We can. I think that menu's available in the flight mode, so we can always. Always adjust it as it goes. Right.
Indeed.
The first one. So I was sent how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 craft by various people. One of them was good. I've made adjustments on 2 of them. I've had back 1, so we've got at least 3. I've also had another person send me back their revised version, one of the rejected ones, and I have since been sent. What have we got? 4 more. So if we're really lucky, I mean, if I'm having to set up the fights and everything as well, we're probably looking at a 5 craft stream. So let's see. The first one. Everything is good. I can get rid of that now. I have not heard back from one person regarding their craft. I just wanted to hear back from them before I threw in my adjusted version. I will wait with them for a second. The Milkmodian Odyssey sent me the Grippin or something I don't know. Where is that?
Oh, geez. Oh, Milkmodian Odyssey. That's also someone who shows up in... he's also in mine. We call him Waffle.
Nice.
I just finished up a cup of tasty Earl Grey.
Ooh.
Good times.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Yeah, I'm a Star Trek fan, and that's what got me to try it originally, but I've actually grown to like the tea in general.
Yeah, something nice, just a cup of stick a. Well, we don't really do the whole Earl Grey thing here. It's just like, if you've got Earl Grey, do you have jasmine tea? No, it's just tea.
Yep.
It's
just tea.
Get it in box. I think English breakfast tea is what it's known as.
Yep, you get a cuppa.
That's exactly it.
Yep.
Where are we? Who is this Milkmodian Odyssey? Grippin or something? I don't know. So starting on top of the list with the patron Kerbals. Let's launch this and get it going. Jimmy Fire is here, and hello Hello, Jimmy Fire. Hello. Who else has joined us? Pizza Pie.
Jimmy Fiery, he is the guy who is nice enough to make a server to host all the shenanigans we get up to in KSP. So
Hello, Elite
it's nice to see
Dante
him.
27 as well.
And obviously Lego down there. Lego's a cool dude. I know he's also a mod and stuff for your server as well.
Yeah, he swings the banhammer occasionally for us.
Yeah, he does. It's it's very nice. He was like, "Hey, Kaz, you know who you should talk to? You should talk to Smith." And I was like, "Okay." So he is actually. I have to thank him for. Yeah, so I have to actually thank him for putting me in contact with you in the first place. So thank you, Lego.
Ah. I was about to say something and it's gone completely out of my mind. Yes, Kaz has his own YouTube channel where he does the same sort of thing. Fighter Jet Roundtable, sort of a. Is it kind of like a spiritual successor to Fighter Jet Showdown, or is it more of an official thing?
Well, that's actually a funny story, and I'll try to keep it somewhat brief, as I have a tendency to ramble. Anyone who's listened to me talk for any period of time knows that. Anyway, so back in the day when Tape was still doing everything and then, vanished into the place we call real life, he had been gone for a while, and Jimmy down there, Jimmy Fiery, decided that it had been long enough and he was going to host, Fighter Jet Showdown Season 5. And so he did that for a season. And then I'm like, okay, well, this is fun. I could totally do this. So I decided I was going to run my own thing. Kind of like my own spin on the FJS thing.
Yep.
And I figured I would run it, kind of in between, when Season 6 started. But there never was a Season 6, as Jimmy got very busy. I didn't have time for any of that. And so FJRT has sort of become, in a way, the spiritual successor for Fighter Jet Showdown. Although I don't think anything can truly replace Fighter Jet Showdown. It was... Tape's brand of shenanigans was very unique.
Did you ever also watch the Beardy Penguin?
Yes, I did watch Beardy. He doesn't do as much KSP content as he used to these days, but yes, I have definitely watched. I watched Beardy. In fact, back when they were doing the Kerbal Rising thing, when they were accepting craft stuff, I actually submitted stuff to Tape in order to beat the crap out of Penguin. And in one of the episodes, a tiny little skiff that I submitted that I was never really thinking was going to accomplish much apparently did just a ton of damage to his stuff in the episode. But yeah,
I always like to say for people who've watched Tape and Beardy, I like to say I combine the game playing ability of Tape with the general YouTuber charisma of Beardy, which, as anyone who's watched them will know, is exactly the wrong way round.
Yeah, well, they're definitely both Brits, at least, so you have that going for you. Good. Yeah, I always remember that Tape was always much more. Tape had a lot more energy in general than I remember.
Yeah.
Nothing against Beardy. Beardy's still cool. I just, I miss Tape.
Yeah.
If I could get him to come in and do like a guest commentating on, I would at top of the world, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Anyway,
speaking of, go ahead.
Sorry. Sorry. A few people comment. Sammy LaPS, call sign Blaze. I think I've said hello to you, call sign Blaze. I am with Dragon. Right. Anyway, yes, I have set up. We have got the Gripen or something I don't know versus the Cyclone F2. 5 fights. Just check everything's set up here. 10,000. Let's start that competition. Tell me how loud this gets, by the way, everybody. Here we go. I got quite the peak on my levels there. I am just going to turn that down some more. That's still like that suggesting 6%. I'll go with him on that suggestion. Well, that's better. Where are we? Yes! So this is, I think I'm a little stricter with the design than you are on Fighter Jet Round Table, because the whole point of this was originally you fight my craft, and I sort of paid some lip service to realism when I designed my craft. Not a hell of a lot. But Fighter Jet Round Table's a little bit more... Oh my god, my Cyclones nearly just killed each other. It's just a little bit looser with that side of things, isn't it?
Yeah, well, sort of. We still have our own build rules when it comes to clipping, and obviously we include things like P-Wings and a lot of cockpit mods, and we have a very special custom weapons pack that I've been curating for, at this point, like 3 years. So it's gone through a lot of balances. That was close. The Griffin or something, I don't know, seem to be tight turners. Oh my god, and they've just annihilated one of the Cyclones. Seem to be tight turners, but losing a fair amount of speed, and some of those missiles are coming very close, but I think it's... Oh my god, that's a joust. 2 jousts in a row, a missile kill, and parts of a Cyclone just spinning into oblivion in the background. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. We've, over at FJRT, a lot of our guys have mastered the art of the post-stall shenanigans. And with the Saturn engines being as powerful as they are, it only takes, like, 1 or 2 of those to... And you basically can gyro ball around and shoot at people, and... So it's kind of interesting. It's a different style of combat than it is here. Also, much higher part counts. But, still good. Lots of custom stuff.
Nice. One of my Cyclones really taking its sweet time. I haven't written anything down. I'm getting so distracted with this. Let's switch to one of the Griffins. So this is the Griffin by Meridian, and we want kills and deaths and a couple of brackets for... Sorry, just sorting out my notepad here.
Oh, no worries. I'm actually looking at the design of the Griffin there, and it looks really good. I like those very aesthetic looking designs, and it works real well with the cockpit. And it's been a while since I've seen a lot of stock-alike designs or stock designs, because I've seen a lot of P-Wing craft. So
yeah, this
is very interesting. Although it is interesting to notice that you guys have a very different kind of what is it? You have like a different sort of meta sort of thing too with the. Oh, I just saw that on the stream. Oh gosh. Oh, absolutely obliterated. Woo! Confetti.
Absolutely confetti. That was beautiful. Right. You still splashed, and the Griffins are still engaging. I think we'll just rescue GT Kerman from that situation.
It's not a BDA competition unless there's some more crimes going on.
Smithy, you tried the DEIVA extension? Yeah, because I don't have some of the craft aren't showing up because I don't have the mod to sort that out. Let me just make a note of that.
If you haven't already, I just got a link from, as in you may or may not know, I'm fairly close to a few of the BDA Plus devs, and so I just got a link from Suicidal Insanity, who's one of the main devs. This, in fact, about 20, or like less than that, like 10 minutes before the stream started, of the latest update for BD Armory, which is now out. And they have something that you might find, very useful. They have custom spawn templates now that make spawning an aircraft so very easy.
I saw something about that. That would be damn handy. Ghosty Kerman in the lead Cyclone gets around. Volley of the old AMRAMs. Nothing in reply from the Griffins so far. This is. I'm not expecting them to be on the back foot for long. Now they get away. Ghosty Kerman braking low, trying to avoid the missiles. I don't know what it is with the Cyclones. They just seem... one fight, they just dance through the missiles like they're not there. The next, they just almost run into them.
It looks like the Cyclone also has a higher thrust-to-weight ratio than the Gripen does. That's a guess based on the fact it's using 2 Saturns. But it is a larger build overall, so that's interesting.
Ghosty gets scorched, comes around. Oh, there's a...
BDA working its magic there, where the missile detonates right up the tailpipe, and nothing seems to happen. Oh!
Oh, and the other one's gone as well. Oh, and a missile finishes him off.
Ooh, jeez Louise. Those... Whew.
On to the 4th fight, then.
Yep. Dang, that's
Just
it's very spicy.
Are you keeping an eye on the chat?
Oh, I am. Yes, people are making fun of me plenty. Yes, I have. The stream. I'm actually watching the stream along with you guys. I am in the call with Smith, and
I'm just going to try sharing my screen a second.
Oh, we could try that.
Why are you not letting me? I do that. Select something to stream. Kerbal Space Program. Let's see what that does to my bit rate.
Right. Yep. Okay, they're sitting on the runway. I can see. All right. Cool.
Okay, you can see that. Okay.
I can. Yes. I'm actually going to. I'll turn off the sound on the stream and turn on the shared screen sound. So now I'll be able to comment exactly when you do. Fantastic.
Nice. Okay, 4th fight for the Milkmodians Gripens. Let's get this one going. And I don't know. I've seen this bug before. I don't know what's going on. Why this one won't take off. I think it used to be something to do with the brakes, but I haven't seen that little bug for ages. Anyway, regardless, let's follow along with... oh god, who's this going to be? This is either Adam or Ben. This is Ben Kerman. Okay, let's do the thing quickly. Super Chat is enabled if you'd like to help support the channel that way, or if you'd like to help support the channel in any other way. There are links to the PayPal and the Patreon in the description. You too can get your own little Patreon Kerbal like you can't see here, but you can here with Ghosty Kerman, as well as access to the Patreon-only Discord, your name at the end of videos, that sort of thing. Okay, I finished whoring myself out now.
Yeah, give the nice British man some fantastic currency. He has a family to feed. We would like him to continue to do this.
Hello, the Eradicator Activision content, Tim Zhang. That is Waffles plane. Yes. Hello, Diamond Got. Missiles going in. Yeah, the Cyclone's on the back foot here. Missiles flying in. Oh, a couple of those very close. The old short-range Sidewinder.
Oh, yeah, those are deadly.
They're beautiful when they actually carry them off. Gripen. Oh my god.
Oh, aren't they though? Oh. Oh no! Could this be the greatest upset in the history of sports?
Oh my god, one of the Cyclones really twisting and turning to try and get off the tail of this, Oh!
Yep, and a 2v1 is hard for any aircraft. Oh!
Not 2v1 anymore.
And just... Oh, absolutely drilled. Ooh! Oh god! Is it gonna manage a 2v1? It looks like it is! And a short range... Oh!
No, the Cyclone popped enough countermeasures.
Oh!
No countermeasures for a gun kill, though.
You can't counter guns. And then, what do you know, there'll be like a new BDA update. Added a countermeasure for gun damage. I swear, they can do anything, man.
It's not going to be a perfect result for Milkmodian Odyssey and his Gripen or something I don't know. But yeah, it's yeah, all right. I'll use camera tools.
Guys, he's not only hosting a stream and actively going with the audience. You know, he's also trying to keep an eye on everything. You gotta cut the guy some slack, please. See, when I do mine, I basically record and sit in the dark in my little cave and make witty jokes about, I don't know, what was it, a chicken and things that I can't mention on stream. Because we're family friendly here.
The sitting in the dark, videos are coming soon.
Oh, gee.
That's the next round where I get to just sit back and if something fluffs up, I can just start again and re-record and everything. It's called simply steel material turret backwards. Do not get hit. Yeah. If you don't get hit, you can't get hurt.
Exactly. That's the best way to not take damage is to not take damage.
Why has no one thought of this before?
It's amazing.
How are we doing? 15 viewers, 13 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Very, very kind.
Oh, yes.
I think it's Adam Kerman. Break slow. It is Adam Kerman. Yeah, I need to get that IVA mod. It's interesting because this is their final fight. They've done quite well of the not quite postal maneuver kind of thing. Some craft, it really just slows them down too much, and then they just get whacked by a missile. But yeah, the Griffins.
There's always a balance.
Yeah, Griffins seem to be doing really well with it. Oh, Adam Kerman, that was a jazz. Oh, I did say I'd use. Yeah, let's turn on the camera tools before there's a full-on mutiny in the chat. One of the Cyclones sends in a short-range sidewinder, doesn't come to anything. Adam Kerman. That was kind of. This is what I don't like about camera tools. It's like, oh my god, that's something. What is going on there? Is that something's being destroyed? Griffins are destroying something I can't see. What are you doing? This Griffin is getting off.
Oh, do not the ground! Oh.
Yeah, that was the other Griffin destroying the Cyclone. I am gonna. What the hell is going on here? What am I targeting? Target the dogfight centroid. Let's do BDAI auto target.
There we go. And it should auto enable that. I believe if you have auto enable for BD Armory, as soon as it goes into combat mode, it will do that. Yeah.
Let's.
That's cool.
Do I have auto enable BD? Let's give that a try.
And if you don't like it, you can always use the home or end hotkeys to turn it on and off as you see fit.
Also,
I had to get real good with that in my end.
Or do build shenanigans and tank 5 missiles. Yeah, I don't allow build shenanigans on.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, there are some shenanigans that we allow to a degree, but we're still pretty strict about that. Like, for example, don't route everything to the cockpit and then offset it. We're very strict about that because it makes things silly. We don't like. We also don't like floating random parts.
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't got a rule against routing everything to the cockpit this season. Although I don't know whether to like sort of make a rule against that or just start doing my own craft that way. I'm undecided. Where are we?
All about the sort of competitive compartment. What am I talking about? That's not a word. That's not a thing, Kaz. Still early for me.
Right.
I need more tea.
You grab yourself some more tea. Where is... Right, next one. Script Kitty and the LF-71A Caracal,
I think, if I'm... Or Carrick, Mary. I don't know. But yeah, that's... Script is also a person who... It's fun to see how many people actually participate in multiple of these.
Yeah.
The Caracara, yeah. Like, we've got people who started... doing stuff in Runway Project. We've got stuff that are coming. Ooh. Look at that cockpit, man. I've seen that a lot, and I could get used to seeing that cockpit, let me tell you.
This got a red tick from me on my little list, which means I judged it to be just the right side of the line for various reasons. But yeah, it's a pretty looking craft. And as
Oh
you
yeah.
said,
I am always amazed when people using stock parts and everything can get shaping and stuff to just to look as good as it does. There's something to be said about the aesthetic of a stock craft compared to like a modded craft. And while modded craft are absolutely gorgeous, props to stock builders and stuff who can get things to look as sleek as they do.
Josh Kerman will send him with this. This is more sandwichy than the standard trainer. It's sort of like where the sandwichiness is, and the fact that it's as I said, all craft are sort of judged holistically, and it's I won't go into details now.
Yeah. One of the benefit actually of working with the BDA guys and like the P-Wings, since we use a lot of P-Wings in FGRT, they actually have an option now where you can toggle lift on the P-Wing. So you could, in theory, clip as many of them on top of each other as you wanted and just turn off lift on all but one of them or something. So you wouldn't be able to just have a bunch of crazy like lift stacking, which is it's pretty cool, honestly. Nice. It also means that you can get very creative with the shaping and angles of things without having to worry too much about it, sending your lift direction off in some weird angle, which is always nice.
Where are you putting NPR crop bits when it's needed? Sorry, just catching up with the chat there. What do I think about KSP2? I'm looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. So that comes out on the 24th? I think it's something like it comes out on the 24th, and that's the Friday, so I'll be streaming the next day, and I think I know what I'll be streaming that day.
Oh yeah, like that's cool. It's the 23rd or 24th. I think it depends on where you are in the world is when it comes out, because I think everyone who it plays KSP is looking forward to KSP2. And I know that the modders are very interested in getting their hands on KSP2 because they want to know how much of their stuff can actually work in KSP2.
I know the BD Armory guys are sort of like are just so primed, it's ridiculous.
I think I saw a convo in their like the BDA dev server the other day where they were talking about how someone on their team had been in contact with someone at Take-Two or whatever and been like, hey, so we'd be very happy to try to talk to you guys about getting your stuff into the game and everything else. So it's kind of like they said they're going to be working on mod support, so I lost your stream.
KSP just crashed.
Fantastic! It wouldn't be KSP without it's a KSP moment. Fantastic, everyone.
I was trying to sort of faff about. I tried to go look at something else very quickly whilst the game was sort of hung while it was opening the thing, and then I tried to click back, and KSP really did not like that.
Yeah, it just doesn't so it's funny. I see people streaming it all the time, like in our in the Discord or whatever, and they'll like alt tab and do other stuff while the game is loading. I'm like, how do you guys get away with that? Every time I do it, it messes something up.
I haven't had a problem with it normally. Unfortunately, tweet scale is not known to work on KSP. Oh, it's 1.12.4. Maybe that's something to do with it. I don't know. Right, I'm going to have to reshare the screen, and then I'm going to have to bring that back up and then share. I'm
sure it'll work fine, honestly. I would be surprised if it didn't. I was looking at the changelog for 0.4 or whatever, and it was mostly just tutorial fixes and things, stuff that should not interfere with any part mods or anything like that. So it should still be good. But I mean, for the sake of my stuff, we're just not going to update because, well, I mean, if it's going to happen, I'm going to have to manually change the version file on some of that stuff. I just know it.
It doesn't happen that often. That's the first time that's happened in ages. But yeah, I'm sticking with this version of BD Armory for the moment because that's all part of my Finder subscriber install, which fortunately for us now is reasonably mod-like compared to my full BD Armory install. Just where people have said, "Can you install this so you can see my craft? Can you install that so you can see my craft?" And my God, it's just huge now.
That's why I have a mod pack for FJRT. So that way it's like, yeah, hey, look, we got this big pack of mods that you can use, and you can use anything in the mod pack. And they're like, okay, but what about this? And I'll be like, you really want me to install a mod just because it has landing gear? I mean, okay, but like, that's a lot of parts. I think it's Kerbal Foundries is the one that they wanted. Yes, my mod pack is massive, says Lego. Yes, it is.
I mean, I did a Finder subscriber the teams. I think it's sort of late spring, early summer, and or maybe it was just late spring. But that was basically to test like the new kind of rule set that this is the the latest version of, and I didn't have a mod pack for that. What I did was I say, okay, here's my basic install, which is about 7 mods. You can nominate, you can ask me to install 2 more mods on top of that, because season 3, I told the story. I think I told the story very recently on stream, but I'll tell it again. Season 3, there were 2 craft, and I got the emails with the huge list of mods I had to install. Some of them, like, kind of really weird and wonderful mods that it took me ages to track down. And both of them were just shot out of the sky in seconds. So yeah. I thought, right, we're not doing that anymore.
Some of the weapon mods, I don't really think they do much for balancing. I think they're more just, hey, I created this stuff on my install because it works the way that I like it to work, and then you get into a situation where other people are using it and you just die. You just die horribly.
Because there are mods. I mean, we've got mods that I will have installed, but I've said that doesn't guarantee you can use all the parts in that pack.
NMB I think was something like that.
Yeah,
because I was actually attempting to build an aircraft for the competition at some point, and they were like, "Oh yeah, NMB's there." Like, "Ooh, cockpits," and like, "Well, no, because the cockpits have the radars and everything." I was like, "Oh yeah, we actually have NMB." But it's an NMB without the radars and the stealth reduction, so you get to use the competition radars like everybody else.
I did that for season 3. I modified the NMB mod to make the radars less overpowered, but there was all sorts of other things, like some of them just have a ridiculous amount of hit points.
Yeah. The famous thing that we always make fun of in FJRT is when an aircraft has been blasted down to, like, just part of the fuselage on the cockpit and it nosedives into the ground. If it just goes boink and bounces into the air, it's like, NMB moment.
I get some of those on the mailbags, and it's always, and that is why I don't allow NMB cockpits in the competition.
Yeah. Well, when you have things like pulse lasers, the EML, the MPBM, and various other Ace Combat inspired weapons, the NMB hit points, especially since we've got an HP balance patch that changes a lot of those, it doesn't matter quite as much.
Yeah. As I always say, this is a design competition, not a who can find the best mod competition.
Yes. That's any mod that we add to the mod pack is looked through for any kind of shenanigans, or usually is a part mod, and most of the weapons that we have are basically created in-house by me, and then have been thrown through the ringer about 150,000 times by other people shooting them at each other, and we figure out stuff. So
the easiest and fairest way to go could be vanilla plus BD Armory and nothing more.
that is true.
I've been,
Not as fun, but true.
it's tempting. I've given thought just to certainly a sort of even a more reduced mod list than I have at the moment. I don't know. I think Airplane Plus adds some reasonably balanced things, but there's one mod.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's Airplane Plus or not. Why did I spawned the wrong craft? I spawned completely the wrong craft.
Meanwhile, I see people, a lot of people mentioning a relatively new mod, MPR, which stands for moderately plane related.
Yeah.
And it's only been around for a couple months or so, but it has a lot of very nice cockpits in it. And it even has its own set of engines, and they're balanced. More balanced than the Saturn's, I would say, which is quite interesting. Yeah,
hasn't Airplane Plus been taken over by the by a team? Is it the BD Armory devs? Is it a team related?
Actually, MPR was going to originally be Airplane Plus Plus, but they scrapped that idea because all of the cockpits and designs they were making just were, I mean, between you and me and, the several viewers, I think the cockpits were basically better quality. The texturing style didn't really match with the rest of Airplane Plus, and so they decided to just kind of do their own thing, which, I mean, why not? More plane mods is great.
Just between you, me, and the entire population of the human race.
Yes, but that's okay.
Who is this Ion Kerman? Let's just get him out. If you are just joining us, this is not your usual Fighter Subscriber Preliminaries because we have Kaz here from Fighter Jet Showdown. I have linked his channel in the description. He does this kind of thing. It's sort of a spiritual successor to he does Fighter Jet Roundtable, kind of a spiritual successor to Fighter Jet Showdown. So by all means, go check out his stuff. He's joining me today just as a sort of a guest commentator and someone to chat to liven things up. I think we are ready for this. So this is the LF71A Cara or Cara. Oh, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Against my Cyclones for its 5 fights. So let's get it going.
Very nice. See, that's another thing that's super unique to your stuff, is that you throw your own hat into the ring every time you do that stuff. So that's really... I don't know if my ego could constantly take being thrown up against stuff like that.
Well, that's where the realism rules, the kind of semi-realism rules. Oh, it's automatically started. Why can't I move the camera? It's automatically started with the camera tools thing.
You can hit the... Yeah.
No,
if you want to turn it... Yeah.
Where the realism rules come from is because, realism. It's because these craft are supposed to fight my craft, and my craft have some, as I said earlier, like a tiny bit of lip service to realism, and so to make sure it's a fair fight. I mean, I'm much more flexible with actually in real life. Much more flexible with the subscriber craft than I am with my own. I've actually started designing my own craft. I've with some of the tips and tricks I'm getting from the subscriber craft now, rather than just ban the.
That's how you learn. You grab them, tear them apart, see how they work, use their tricks, and learn. It's one of the nice parts about being part of a build community, is that everybody kind of posts stuff and you all learn together.
One of the Cyclones just blasted out the air by one of the LF. Have you got my screen share back up?
No, I do not. But I did see it happen on the main stream, and it was horrifying.
You should be able to see it now.
Oh, that's because that's me. I was being a dum-dum and didn't have it selected. Herp derp, Kaz be dum-dum. Don't worry about it.
Right. a good start for Script Kiddie's craft. I will reload that.
Yep. Yeah, gosh, man. It's just something fun about making your own thing and having it fly around and do other stuff. Like, that's why I love these sorts of competitions. And there's a few, like we've had, like obviously we've got Fight a Subscriber, we have FJRT, or Fighter Jet Roundtable, we have Runway Project, which was started by the illustrious Scott Manley, and is being run largely by the community these days. But there are also other ones, like there are actually foreign like competitions that take place too. A while back we learned that there were some Chinese folks that were getting together, or Korean. It might have been Korean, but either way they were doing their own competition, and so some of our guys went over there and dropped some stuff, and they've jokingly called it the American Invasion. And but yeah, no, so yeah, but it's really interesting how so many people are just, they like doing this. I feel like there could actually be like, a proper game in this kind of a thing. I mean, they have games like From the Depths, where you build your own craft and they fight other craft.
Yeah.
Something like this is not something that's that much of a thing. It could definitely be.
Yeah, something.
Be pretty slick.
If you could almost just make a fork of Kerbal Space Program and just make it more for this sort of thing, and I'd imagine it would be amazing. But I don't think anybody's going to make it, sadly. But so we are.
Although the irony being that like Bahamuto, whatever, I don't know what his actual name is, but BD, the guy behind BD Armory, actually went on to make, and I'm sure chat will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain they actually went on to make VTOL VR. Oh. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if they were not the main dev, they were at least involved in that. So kind of interesting to consider.
Wait, one of the LF-71As crashed into the ground. Now, as that happened after both the cyclones have been taken out, I will assume. I'm gonna have to go rewatch that.
Script, fix your plane. It's not supposed to be doing litho braking.
Hello, Kin-Jan. No, the reason.
There's only one person who. Yeah.
Actually, speaking of the reason I started the Fighter Subscriber format was because I wanted to do something like Fighter Jet Showdown, but obviously I didn't just want to copy. Oh my god, that was close. Didn't just want to copy Fighter Jet Showdown, and I was thinking of something like this, and then I think it was my first real subscriber, username Cannon Baylor. He sort of suggested, why didn't you fight your own craft against your subscriber craft? It's like, well, I'm glad you've said that, because now I can just sort of run with it, and no one can accuse me of sort of trying to copy Fighter Jet Showdown, but with a little bit of a twist. So yeah.
The original reason why Fighter Jet Showdown even started was because, Tape basically had. It was like sort of like the mailbag type stuff where they would send him a bunch of craft and he would fly them around and just kind of see what they were doing. Subscriber designs is what it was. And then the very first Fighter Jet Showdown was basically him taking a bunch of planes that he'd gotten from subscriber designs, putting weapons on them, and having them fight each other. And it just blew up into its own thing.
Oh, coming around there. Very nice. Oh, short range side on it. No, going for the guns. Part fell off the Cyclone, but the Cyclone is still alive and kicking. Missiles going back and forth. I'm not sure who's firing who back there. A missile goes very close. Oh, that's one of the Cyclones gone.
Oh, close range aim 9. Oh.
And yes, Camera Tools was kind enough to just switch away from the Cyclone just before it gets blown to pieces.
That is how it goes sometimes.
LF-71A, two of them now bearing down upon the Cyclone. It's a bit of a joust. I don't think the Cyclone's going to come out of this one.
flying through the debris cloud is always a very cool shot, but also a very big gamble. We have had cases where planes have killed themselves flying through the debris cloud of another plane they just killed. Oh, jeez, man, that is vicious. And the single engine Saturn, like, just goes to show this how powerful an engine this Saturn really is. It can do a lot by itself, especially if you have a lighter aircraft.
Hello, Maximus Light. Maximus Light has just joined us on the stream.
So he has. Hello, Max. I hope you're having a wonderful day, afternoon, all that fun stuff.
We have 18 concurrent viewers. We have 22 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. What's the time? My 2-year-old boy is outside, just outside the door, and he's giggling his head off at something that his mum's doing. Where are we? It is immensely cute. Let's start the third fight for the LF-71A. I keep trying to do that. I keep trying to adjust my camera angle when I've actually got it set to camera tools.
I sure do love when people set their flight distances really close, and then when the planes take off, they just almost hit each other. It's just like are you paying attention? Hello.
Hello, Ghosty. I didn't see you there. Okay, we start with the traditional round of missile tennis to begin with. Yeah, both craft more than capable of dodging the AMRAAMs going backwards and forwards. Steak Kerman gets away. I think that's probably the last of his AMRAAMs, and I'd imagine Legged Lack Kerman will do likewise. Yeah, I just remembered it's Legged Lack's patron Kerbal in the other Cyclone, which probably helped the LF-71A. I'm not sure if you're aware of the running joke on this channel. Legged Lack's patron Kerbal seems to die pretty frequently.
Oh, is that so? Well, that'll make up for the fact that his craft tend to do pretty well, as long as they're not the Civic.
That is a heavy hit on one of the LF-71A. Doesn't seem to have come to any real harm for it. Oh my God, it's a missile joust. And it is the Cyclone that comes off second best.
And as we all know, there's no point for second best.
Okay, the LF-71A getting very low. How's this Cyclone doing? Going in for... Oh my God!
Ending them rightly with a melee kill. Very nice.
Oh my God! Yeah, there are parts missing from one of these. These seem to be remarkably hardy. There's no shenanigans going on here, are there? Hit points. That looks.
Arakara rolled steel, folded over 1,000 times, put into the leading edge of the wings.
It looks to be armor thickness. Yeah, that's default. Okay.
I was making a. That was a joke, as if he had katanas in the wings, fly through and carve the enemy into pieces using his wing.
Right. So that is 4. Ooh. This might be the first perfect result we've had in quite a while, actually, because we've only had, is it three perfect wins so far? Oh, hello, Mecha Meme. Stocker-like craft lie is such a throwback. Somebody it's something on non-P-wing craft.
Yeah, it's been a while. We embraced P-wing craft in season 2 because there was a patch that fixed their HP scaling and stuff. And most of us have never looked back just because they're so good. And I mean, we're just going to say that P-wings are so good that they decided to add them stock in KSP2.
Yeah, they are. You can make some really pretty craft armor. The other day, I've just realised something. I was sort of thinking in my head and sort of planning for when the next Spider subscriber is going to be. Do I do season 5 quite quickly, or do I bring back the teams, or do I do another competition? And I remembered I can't actually plan too far ahead because I don't know what's happening with KSP2, and BD Armory and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Because that's going to be
it's kind of weird to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the footage looks interesting. I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting sort of getting my hands on it and see to what extent it's just sort of like an expanded and reworked and more efficient tuned version of KSP.
Performance.
And just to what extent it is well, obviously it's not going to drift too far away from the formula, is it? Because the formula's a pretty good one.
Yep. But I'm really hoping that the performance, that's one thing the thing that I am concerned about most is whether or not the performance will be...
One of the Cyclones is gone, the other one just flying in. Oh, that's going to be... Oh, here comes the missiles. Oh! Direct hit!
Cyclones famously losing strength as they get over land.
Hey!
Yeah. If you want more of this content, watch season 3 of MJRT, where I'll make all kinds of terrible puns. And there will probably be more cursing.
Nice.
So, probably. Not on this channel, though, because we are good people here.
Right, the first perfect result in a while. I think we've only had like 3 others. Anyway, let's take a look. Have I heard back from the person I wanted to hear back from? I have not heard back from the person I wanted to hear back from. So I am just going to use his version of his craft that I adjusted myself, because he had 3 Gal 22s on it, and the limit for this competition is 2.
2 is plenty.
2 is plenty.
I'm actually the guy who prototyped the Gal 22. Basically, they took it and then put it in a really cool like aerodynamic shell and everything. But yeah, I'm actually the guy that everybody can thank or hate for the Gal 22 because it basically uses my exact stats as it was prototyped.
Nice.
And yeah, love it or hate it, it is what it is because of me.
So the Wyvern Mark 10. Let's get this one. Loaded up. It's an interesting looking fella.
Ooh.
It is an interesting looking fella.
Interesting is definitely a word I could use to describe that aircraft. Indeed, very fancy. Yeah. That just reminds me that there have been several less than aesthetic, shall we say, aircraft in history. There was this fun little parasite fighter they called the Goblin.
Oh,
which
I did a video where I made one.
Oh, well, there you go. So it was not the prettiest plane, but it kind of basically did what they wanted it to do. And
I was about to say, I think
the expert. Sorry, go ahead. It's
we
your
are
show.
completely winging this. We have had no conversations beforehand about how we're going to talk. I was about to say, I thought for a second I might have it in my craft list, but then I thought no. Since then I've gone and taken all the craft out and sort of redone this, so it's probably sat somewhere in the archives somewhere. Sorry, what were you about to say?
I forgot, so it's not even worth it. I'm getting old.
Who are you?
I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah. Oh God. Tell me about it. It's the thing that disturbs me most. Is I've kind of aged quite well compared to a lot of people I know from school, but the one factor that does seem to be there is the people who age worse tend to have children, and I'm there going, oh God.
So what have I done? I get my share of children and shenanigans just by being on the internet and by subbing for high school students and stuff. It's just like, hoi. Honestly, from a distance, that plane doesn't look too bad. Kind of looks almost like, oh God, you know what? It kind of reminds me of like a like a Christmas ornament somehow. Like you could see something in that shape hanging from a tree. You know?
Hang the air superiority fighter on the tree.
Yeah. Hey, it depends on Hey, I mean, if you have a bunch of family who's in the Air Force, maybe you do. Who knows?
So that was Yosemite Kerman. So back to the top of the list with Adam Kerman, and we are nearest, damn it, we're at the hour mark. So just time for me to say, Super Chat is enabled if you'd like to help support the channel that way, or if you'd like to help support the channel in any other way. That there are links to the PayPal and the Patreon in the description. You too can get your own little patron Kerbal like Adam Kerman here, for me to blow up repeatedly in all of my videos, as well as access to the patron-only Discord, your name at the end of the regular videos, that kind of thing. Also joining me today, I don't know why I just suddenly fired that craft into the air. We have Kaz from Fighter Jet Roundtable joining us. Link to his channel in the description. It's sort of like the spiritual successor to Fighter Jet Showdown, which I know a lot of people who watch my channel have seen. Also, he does some voiceover work and has been was one of the voices on Ace Combat 7, where he. Are you the one that sent me to a penal colony?
I am, in fact, the one that sent you to the penal colony. Something along, let's see if I remember, something along the lines of, there will certainly be an inquiry, and there will definitely be a court-martial, or something, and then it fades out, and then you never hear from me again. But, hey, I'm a part of Ace Combat, dang it, and it's one of my favorite game series. When I had that email pop into my inbox, I was like, yes! Oh, and of course, everyone. Okay, so apparently the famous line from me is telling everybody to settle down. I said, settle down.
How many missions? How many missions is your voice on?
The first 4 missions, actually. I'm the briefing voice for the first 4 missions. So when it's like, you have all been instrumental in something space elevator, blah blah blah. As of today, the Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will be entered into the I don't know, carousel of battle or something like that.
Something settle down, something space elevator. That's the first few missions.
Basically. Yeah, more or less.
Literally
this new guy that we've only had been flying for a few missions at this point, where he's going to be the guy that's going to fly in solo under the radar. We completely trust him to do this mission, even though he's had less flight time than everybody else. And
I remember that. I remember that mission now. Yeah, it's sort of it's like doing the voiceover and start poking holes in the plot.
Yeah. I tell you, man, it was like I'm an Ace Combat fan, but even still, like trying to get all of the. I mean, I liked playing it. My first Ace Combat was Ace Combat 6, so I didn't get to play all of the like quote unquote like Holy Trinity as it goes. But I played Ace Combat 6. I played Assault Horizon, which gameplay-wise was not as good as 6, but the music was still amazing. And obviously, I've played the crap out of 7, and not just because I'm in it, but because I like Ace Combat. So
you repeatedly have sent yourself to a penal colony.
Yeah, actually, I did a playthrough of Ace Combat 7 on my channel. It got like, I don't know, on average like 10 views an episode at the highest, so no one was really watching. But I played through the entire campaign on hard mode. Nice. And when I was telling myself to shut up a few times, it was funny. It was like, shut up, me.
Anyway.
Because, yes.
We have the APX Wyvern Mark 10A, because I've had to adjust this, as I mentioned earlier, just to trim down the number of Mark 22s. So 5 fights against my Cyclone. Let's get on with it. And one of those is cutting across the runway a bit. Oh, I think they should be fine. Yeah, I think that the standard of craft is generally good enough that they can avoid collisions without actually slamming down into the runway, which is something I've had craft do in the past, particularly during the mailbags. But it's so disconcerting just before the competition starts, because it's pointing, the camera's just pointing off into the blue and I can't control it. It's like, And now, suddenly we're into
If you hit the end key, it will disable the camera. Oh man, look at those missiles. They are just vomiting missiles. I mean, it's almost as if the dragon is firing fire from its... well.
That's one of the cyclones gone. Just wrecked by...
I guess the wyvern isn't afraid of a little bad weather. Inclement weather.
You just the voiceover artist, you've got the voice for the cheesy dialogue.
Hey, you just have to just not care. Like,
One of the
you
wyverns
know
is
people
gone.
are gonna... Ooh. It's a 1v1. Could be anybody's
1v1.
fight.
Oh, the old sidewinder.
Oh.
Joust. Nothing happens. Guns. Oh. Okay,
Whoa.
it looks like the wyvern has got the better of the turn. Comes around. Can't line up guns.
Oh!
Gets the cyclone gets a scorching. Guns raked down the length of its fuselage. It looks like the wyvern does have the better of the cyclone here. Guns coming, gets another scorching.
It definitely has turn rate, that's for sure.
Can't quite bring its guns to bear. Might be a bit of a battle of attrition here. Just as the this is weird. I don't know what to do with my hands when I'm not actually turning the camera. But yeah, just stripping parts slowly off of the cyclone.
What you could do is you could switch to the wyvern because it'll actually show its view and you'll see it coming up and getting shots on the other craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. It's leading. Oh.
Beautiful.
God, I gotta love the gun trails, man. It's just God, love it. Love it.
Okay, one win for the APX Wyvern. 2 kills, 1 death, so will not be a perfect result there. Your one-liners to improve for FJRT. Put hand in the pockets and make sure you don't have a hole in them first. Oh, for God's sake.
One-liners. Don't worry, my one-liners will never improve.
Dear. No, I'm. The warning. I will warn everybody here. The standard of humour on this channel is not going to get any better. I'm a dad now.
Oh yeah. No.
I'm a dad now, so the jokes are only going to get worse.
And I'm old enough to be a dad, so it's good enough.
Okay.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
A stick.
Yes. Fantastic. All right, and we are off once again into the wild blue yonder.
Follow on with Ben Kerman.
Hey, you silly person! What color's the sky up there?
Is that? What's that from?
That's it's Avril talking to Trigger.
Hey, what colour's the sky out there? It's one of those lines where it works provided the that little cinematic keeps it in the context. Otherwise, you just be like, what the f are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Colours blue.
Just like Ace Combat 6 and something about go fly with the angels, and you're like, sure, let's do that.
Oh my god, that was a lot of missiles coming in from the cyclones, but they seem to have survived it. They've gotten rid of all their AMRAAMs. Their sidewinders aren't set up to launch until they're a lot closer, and so they're sort of getting rid of them now. That is a lot flying in for the wyverns. Oh, guns coming in for Ben Kerman. Oh, I thought that sidewinder was going to do something, but no, it didn't. So that first run in, no casualties. Ben Kerman now has one of the wyverns on his tail, though. Gunfire coming in. Oh no, what's going on? Who's shooting who? Sorry, I think the
not where I would like a wyvern to be. There's definitely something to be said for that. With a superior turn power, they can stay on the tail. If it does come down to a joust, I would imagine they're probably roughly equally capable. But if it's a turn fight, I'm gonna have to put my money on the wyvern.
One cyclone already down, the other one in a bit of trouble. Because not just does he have a wyvern stuck to his arse, he's got the attention of another one coming in quickly. Yeah, Ben Kerman, I'm sorry, I don't think I don't think this is your day. Really don't think this is your day. And oh my god, he's had something blown off and he disappears off the vessel switcher. Yeah, I was about to.
Probably, yeah. The host part probably got the AI part probably got blown off with something, and yeah.
I tried to control it. Then it's like, oh, I can control it. Let's see if I. Oh no, I can't. It's gone.
Yeah. It's goodbye.
So
sometimes, you know,
it looks.
Sometimes. Yeah.
It's looking like it's going to be a solid contender. It's not going to get a perfect result because it has had the one death. But yeah, I mean, for a craft that was, shall we just say, interesting looking, it's doing well.
Yeah, it's a design all its own.
Really is.
It is very stock alike, and the people are saying it's very similar to like FJS Season 2, which is very correct. Kind of has that sort of weird Kerbal vibe to it.
Yeah. Right. Third fight. Let's. Who do we normally follow up for the third fight? We will go with. Oh my god, what's going on there? I clicked on the wrong thing. Yes, this one. We'll follow Adam Kerman up, and let's get this one going.
He also has an auto switch camera thing if you want to activate that. It's the A button, just the big A button. You click it and it'll switch automatically between cameras if you are so inclined.
I think I tried that out. I don't think I wasn't that impressed with it. I think we'll just turn the oh, pardon me. I think we'll just turn oh, for God's sake, what can I say? Turn the combat camera on when the fight starts. There we go.
I know what you mean, yeah.
I'm gonna...
And plus, it has a tendency to switch away just as really interesting things are happening.
I'm gonna turn off the auto start just so I can control that. Missiles flying in. Yeah, nothing doing with those.
Whoop.
Both craft more than capable of avoiding the volley. Well, I thought they were more than capable of avoiding the volley. Obviously, one of the cyclones earlier did fall to a stray AMRAAM. Getting closer, within 4 kilometers, the cyclones will be loosing their sidewinders. The Wyverns seem more than up to the task of dodging. Oh my God, we are really close range now, and the real dogfighting starts. Oh my God, we are all 4 craft very tightly packed, and that is beautiful.
Wyvern spitting hot fire in the form of lead.
Oh, Ben Kerman is not having a good time with it.
He's not going to survive and change his name to One Wing Pixie.
Okay, Ghosty Kerman has a miracle to pull off.
That he does. Well, I mean, he has the right name for the job.
Yep, that's true. Has a miracle to pull off. Has disappeared from the vessel switcher. So now has a short of divine intervention. This is going for the Wyverns. Is it still got? I can control it, but the engines are still being controlled by the autopilot. What the hell? I don't know. It's dead anyway. That is another victory.
Oh.
For the Wyverns.
He's alive. Never mind. That's always how it is with this stuff.
I don't know. I guess Smith already doesn't know what to do with his hands. Eject Ben.
Yeah.
I could have done, but that's yeah. The amount of times that's been sort of like, he's still alive. No, he isn't. That's... You just watch Ben crash into the ground. Yeah. You monster.
Yeah, but, at least if we get them stranded, we can, we can call, why can't... Yeah, Matt Lown. If we strand them somewhere, we can just call Matt Lown. He'll come and save them.
Oh, God.
And an early planet slowly spinning its way to damnation.
I would like some of that guy's subscriber numbers. Christ.
Yeah. Whoo. Yep.
Let's get going with the fourth competition for the Wyvern. Yeah, it's looking like this is going to be like a 5 fighter episode. Actually, because I've got to go check out. So these are all the craft I've looked through already. I haven't managed to look through because, as I said, been pretty busy. Tons of DIY this week, trying to get the house ready because we're going to be selling it, and then the little one's second birthday party. So I have not had the time to actually set.
A very busy man.
Oh yeah. God. Just
Greetings, Enslayer 6. They say they are new to the channel.
Hello, Enslayer 6. You're new to the channel. This is not how this normally goes. We don't normally have a guest presenter, but I thought, yeah, sounded like a guy who does something very similar and is a voiceover artist on Ace Combat 7. That sounds like it's fun, and it pretty much has been so far. And I hope you're enjoying it as well. Everybody dodging missiles. Ghosty Cam gets away and gets away a Sidewinder. Oh my God! There is just smoke and lights everywhere on the screen. But it looks like we're all getting.
That's
into
what
range.
makes it so entertaining for our lizard brains.
Oh, pretty lights.
Oh, shiny.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Oh.
It's the Wyvern that comes off worse.
Oh my God! The Cyclone lost no parts from that. Good to see KSP physics are as good as ever.
Oh dear. Well, it reminds me, they lost the LF-71A when the Cyclone and the last craft. Yeah, Cyclone and LF-71A rammed each other, and LF-71A not a scratch on it. So to make me suspect there was something going on there, but it looks like Adam Kerman trying to get back into it does manage to get guns along one of the Cyclones. Did a bit of damage, not sure it's anything fatal, but now Adam Kerman having to pull some evasive manoeuvres. Oh, both Cyclones have now managed to get behind him. That's bad news. Oh, losing more bits.
Says tactical brofist, and yes. Oh! That's one problem with using those spindly parts. They have very low HP, which means if they get so much as touched by a fart in the wind, they're gone.
Yosemite Kerman's still hanging on in there. Does he have any missiles? I don't think he has any missiles. I think
he's got a gun and a dream.
One hell of a joust going on there, and he survives. I'm not sure he's going to be able to turn around particularly quickly.
He's the rootinest tootinest Kerbal this side of Sardinia or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
Africa.
It's a subscriber called J Cal. This is his patron Kerbal, because I do. I just say, what name do you want me to give you, patron Kerbal? And most of them say, well, just my username. But J Cal just said, I want it to be Yosemite Kerman. I was like, fair enough.
Why not?
Oh, here comes the water.
Whoa! What?
What was that noise again?
Wyverns famously not good swimmers.
Yeah, I do like the noises you made there, Kaz.
Make a lot of noises. I have a good time. That's the important thing. You gotta have fun. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
So a win for the Cyclones now. Oh, Maximus Light. Oh, for goodness sake. Please welcome to your workshop series. Hello, Tuxbubble, by the way. Oh, hello, Titan RT. Yes, everything apart from the Tuesday night playthroughs and the mailbag streams was moved over to the preliminaries. I'm going to be doing these less often now, so the other stuff will be trickling back in, but yeah, so if you miss it, there's what was I doing? First plays, Smith builds, games nights, and is it the fighter clinic? So those are four things. Those four things were suspended initially for the fighter subscriber preliminaries. Let me just get this one going. Final fight for the Wyvern. But now these are going to be winding down. So, oh, everything's paused. Okay, it's good now. So now those will be sort of trickling back in. It's 5 fights per plane. same as it was in Season 3. Fighter Clinic was put on hiatus, as I said. There's 4 different streams kinds of stream I was doing, because I was mixing it up a bit. Yeah, they were put on. 4 of them were put on hiatus while the preliminaries were sort of in full flow. They will be being brought back in now, so you will be seeing them again soon. Okay, how are we doing? Wyvern, everything normal. Missile tennis, blah 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 blah. AMRAAMs, out of range for the sidewinders, that kind of thing. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. Did you remove? I didn't. I haven't removed any of the streams. The Fighter Clinic will be coming back if that's what you mean, or if you're looking for the streams, they should. All the old videos should still be up on the channel if that's what you mean. But no, Fighter Clinic will be coming back soon. So don't worry, nothing's gone away. It just, as I said, a brief holiday while I got this one up and running. Oh, I haven't not turned on their camera tools yet. Okay, Yosemite Kerman. Yeah, so after they were kicking some serious ass in the first few fights against the Cyclones seem to be making a better fist of it this time around, although one of them just took some heavy damage.
Don't jinx it, Smith. It always happens. Don't jinx it.
Here we go. Lining up the guns, switching away from the one that's aiming at for some reason. Thank you, camera tools. Oh, that's close.
Oh.
No,
oh, it's right on the tail. Oh, but see, now, there you go. The Cyclone does seem to have... Ooh. The Cyclone does seem to have a higher thrust-to-weight ratio. At least it seems like it does, so...
I think the other
one's...
one's...
be able to pull away.
Oh, no, sorry. It's getting very low here. I keep looking at the vessel switcher, and the sort of... some of the Cyclones keep going very low, and I'm thinking that's them about to crash, but no, it is just this back and forth, this turning fight, this just joust after joust after joust. Yosemite Kerman trying to line up a shot. There we go. There go the guns. There goes the Cyclone.
Oh. Alright. Still got one left. He's got most of a wing and a dream. You can do it.
Missing a few parts there, Ghosty. Not that stable, but... Oh, manages to turn around. That was quite a nice little manoeuvre, but I'm not sure he's going to be stable enough to line up guns. He's making a go of it, and he's... yeah.
Oh, that was a cockpit snipe. Oh, those are always rough.
Just
yeah, those Scout 22s, man.
Split in two. I pressed the button to stop camera tools just as it was about to switch craft, and it's not liked it. There we go.
There we go. Aha! I meant to do it all along. It's perfect. It works great.
That was scary for a moment.
Oh gosh, Max coming in with the Cyclones had a good old time.
Oh, for goodness sake! By the way,
that's so bad. Even I wouldn't go that low, Max. And that's saying something.
Enslayer 6, by the way, I discovered how to make a KSP biplane. It flies until I add bombs. If you want to send that in for the next fighter clinic, that'll be great. Your pain feeds me. Oh, charming. Right,
yes, Max is yeah.
We've got to go through and find who's next. Okay. Casino Stardust sent me a craft, and I took one look at it.
Oh, no!
He sent me a craft, and I took one look at it and thought, not really our kind of thing. Can you kind of adjust that, please? And he sent me one back. He sent me one back saying, I hope this is more in keeping with the rule set, so I am going to take a look at that and see.
Well, let's hope so. And you gotta watch Stardust carefully. At least in FJRT circles, he has a habit of trying to right on the line. it's always just he's always pushing everything to the limit. very good craft designer, very good builder, very capable AI tuner as well. So, but you always got to look out because if there's that's the problem. You can't get complacent either with stuff because things can easily sneak under your radar if you're not careful.
Yeah,
that wasn't an Ace Combat pun either. Oh, ooh, wow. Okay, looking pretty Starist. Is that an Aquila? It is. The name wasn't even loading for me on the stream because it was kind of pixelated. And yes, it's the Aquila. That is definitely a fighter jet roundtable style design. He's submitted many Aquilas, and it probably predates FJRT. So definitely a good plane.
He doesn't have. He's got 5. Wait, is that? So he's got 5 AMRAAMs and 7 Sidewinders. So he's got this AMRAAM here, and that's not matched up that side. I'll presume that's deliberate. Okay, going through. Not many shenanigans. We have the obligatory ammo box there. Nothing major happening with any. What were those? What's that? Radial holding tank. I'll assume that's for balancing.
And he's using ore. He's using ore for ballast.
Okay.
Yep.
Once more through. Going back through, we have. Is that just the one GAU 8 there?
Ooh, it might be.
Okay. The wing situation. Right. We have these control surfaces. They are basically disabled and being used as wing surfaces down the bottom here. I am not keen on the overlap there. What's the aerodynamic? The FAT 455.
Indeed, Pi. Welcome to the wing zone. And Lego saying he's kind of proud of Stardust. He really held back. And knowing Stardust build style, yes, this is him holding back.
0.86. So if you were to use a regular wing part for that, I'd need to use something like that. Let's look at these wings. Okay, that's so he's got top and bottom wing box. These clip right in. Oh my god, I think he's just about the wrong side of the line there.
Max says we are really winging it. Pain.
I don't know about anyone else. I'm happy to take input from the team. How big's that part there? Okay, I do say you're allowed to clip some small parts in if that will help with balancing. I'm willing to let that vertical one go on that ground. But that is...
He's probably using it for horizontal stability.
Yeah, I am. Legolax seems to think it's fine. We're gonna have another crack at this. I'm gonna put that on hiatus.
Oh, Lego says to let him play. It's on the level of the standard trainer. So says Lego. Anyway,
didn't I say the standard trainer wouldn't be? No, I'm gonna. It's just
being overruled.
It's just the wrong side. Is it an improvement? I can't remember. I think basically he's taken the wings and taken them out a bit so they don't overlap as much in the middle. But I think I will have to. I think regrettably rule that is just the wrong side of the line. I will send a more detailed report back to him, back to Casino Stardust, because I think last time I just said. It's not really. Yeah.
Sorry, Stardust. Better luck next time.
I will. I'll send something a bit more detailed this time, I think.
Android says, and that's a classic Stardust moment right there. And knowing Stardust, it is indeed a classic Stardust moment. Just right on the wrong side of the what's allowed.
Right, so we move on to the craft I've been sent in the meantime. I'm hoping at least 2 of them will be okay. The S5A by Tutros. Is that Tutros or Tutros? I cannot remember. I cannot read my own writing. Right, what do we have here?
Be a doctor.
Let's look at the wing situation.
Whoa!
Those?
That's... Holy mackerel, look at that! You're just packing 2 GAU 8s. Holy... Woo! That is some firepower.
I do let...
the Z fighting, though! I'm gonna be sick.
Okay, let's just run through. There's the ammo. There's the... That needs to be attached like a normal part. You can't just hide your ECM jammer away like that. Where are we? Let's just... I'll let it be clipped in a little bit. I'll be nice. I'll let it be clipped in a little bit. But I did say attach like a normal part, not clipped in. So nothing overtly shenanigan-esque going on.
Rules are really more like guidelines.
That's the thing.
Not always.
Some of the things I do. Hang on, we've got 6 countermeasure dispensers top. 1.
I really like the... I gotta say, as far as stock parts go, I really do like the shape of those tail fins.
Yeah.
They've always looked pretty cool. Kind of wish the rest of the parts looked quite as cool as that, but...
Right, I'm just going to create this as an altered version. I'm going to just for a second... what am I doing? I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Just for a second, I'm just going to pull these wings off and try and work out what the hell is going on there in the middle.
Let's see. Senahoj says, I have just built a craft. Can I still send it in?
You may! You may indeed. That is... So that's 2 things clipped into each other and then over some... That's no. That's no. That's
a big... That's a big... Oh my god, it's still going! Oh no!
That's a bad Tutros. That's a bad Tutros.
Shame. 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 Shame.
So we move on to... That was a first submission from them. We move on to somebody who has actually previously submitted, another person who's previously submitted and has then sent me a fixed version. That's Lego, like that's ASC level of clipping. I'm going to bring stacking city population this game. Right, yes. So we have 3 more. 3 more. Can we get 2 more craft out of this? I think actually 1 might be enough given the amount of time.
Hey, if you need one, I actually have one on. I literally have one on tap for you today. If you are so inclined, anyway. Do not feel obligated by any means. But if we end up needing an extra, I have one.
Leo and the Object 42 BD2. I can't
Object
remember why
42.
I sent the first one
That's
back. Let's see if I can find my notes on why I sent the first one.
Perhaps
back.
part count, maybe. Their part count is far reduced from what it was.
Part count. That's actually what I've got written down. It's part count, just across in red with part count. Are these... They're not that big, and they appear to be largely aesthetic. I'm willing to let that slide. 100 on the dot, assuming the rest of the craft is sort of like very much sort of in keeping with it. So we got the 20mm ammunition box. No funny business going on here. No, that all looks fine. That's
a little bit of Z fighting on the tail, but I don't think that's more for aesthetic and not for performance.
Yeah.
Based off of my personal experience, anyway.
That.
It makes me want to bleach my eyes because Z fighting is awful. But as far as shaping and aesthetic, I don't think that's really a problem.
I have spotted a problem.
Oh?
You are only allowed, because it's a maximum of 12 missiles, but it's a maximum of is 8 each. There's a maximum of 8 for each of the sort of the AMRAAMs and the Sidewinders.
That looks a little yeah, that's a little more than 8. Obviously, what we do is just take the 4 off the body and replace them with AMRAAMs, and we're good.
Basically,
that's
yes.
what I would do.
Yeah, so it's 12 in total, but they can't all be just Sidewinders or just AMRAAMs or what have you. Maybe a rule I'll revisit, but again, I think... where the hell are the... Okay, we got...
Apparently, we have a frequent participant in Runway Project and FJRT saying they desire to submit a fight a subscriber legal angry French noises, which is
can do. Can,
yes.
chuck it in by all means. Chuck it in, because there aren't going to be many more of these. So do send them my way. What do we have there? We've got the 3 Vulcans. That's fine. Do we have any more of the countermeasures? I'm going to chuck this outside and see.
Look like I don't know. It looks like it should have a decent amount of turning power, at least depending because of the tail setup and the position of the Saturns.
Yeah,
but it looks kind of chunky. So I'm not sure how floaty it's going to be. It'll probably end up if my guess is correct, it'll probably wind up using that engine torque from the gimbal and the tail surface to get most of its turn performance. That is my guess.
Oh, I completely forgot. Hello, Demas Utra. Hello to where are we? Someone else. FPVSD, what are the rules to submit a craft? There should be all the details in the description if you want to submit your own craft, and that'll go into another preliminary stream. Demas Utra, if you want to enter Fighter Subscriber, please by all means read the rules, design yourself a craft, and then send it to me. Or if you just want to send me a craft for me to sort of dick about with and fight it without, having to worry about rules or what have you, then just chuck it to me for one of my mailbag streams, because that's just us arsing about. So anyway, 24 likes. That is pretty good.
Yes, everyone, send love to the nice British man. Give him the likes, all of the likes and love. That's more than I typically get on my episode, so you're doing very well.
Yeah, 25 likes now. Yeah, that's good. That's better than usual for one of the preliminary streams.
Very nice.
It must be my special
yes, likes
guest.
and comment for the algorithm. Likes and comments for the algorithm god. Feed it.
Praise be to the algorithm.
Praise be the algorithm god.
Did I save this as an adjusted version? I'm not sure I saved this as an adjusted version, which means I've got to go all the way up to the top and pluck out.
You might be able to
autosave.
Yeah, autosave. Can we break the 41 record? Asks Lego. Maybe. If anybody here is from FJRT and you're listening, click that like button. Kaz demands it.
Blood for the blood. What are we doing? Is it a 41 like record for one of my streams?
It could be. I think I was there for that stream, actually.
And
I think I actually donated the 444. during that stream.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Kaz. That was very kind of you.
Kaz, when do we get a stock-alike X-Cal or Arondite? Never. However, the plane that I would submit, if he ends up needing one, is a stock-alike Caliburn, which was well, Max remembers the Caliburn, and you guys should remember it too. It's basically a reconfigured version of the first plane that I ever made that was combat capable in a major way.
Is that the technical term?
So, yeah. Yes, the technical term. It's combat capable in a significant way.
Reconfigured.
Reconfigured, yeah. Yes, I am you are son of Smith, I am wordsmith.
See what you did there. FPV SD, I was joining the Discord a bit back, but I can't see any KSP related channel. Really? There's I think there's a thing you have to do. You have to go and click that you accept the rules of the channel before. Ghosty, any ideas? What's going on there? It might be accepted the rules of the channel before you.
Also, Max, you didn't help me make the Caliburn. You helped me, I mean, with the Balmung, which was the one that predated the Caliburn.
Yeah. Okay. FPV.
Don't start yet.
There's a server rules, and you click accept on that, and then everything should be fine and dandy.
I think they have like a rules or roles bot where you click the buttons and it'll like give you roles and stuff, and you should be able to see that. I think. It's been a little while since I did that. Nobody thinks I'm special in there anymore. They're like, oh, it's that guy. But that's okay.
Demas, I'm bad speaking English. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Endslayer6, if you want to send me in your craft for one of the mailbag streams, or indeed for Find a Subscriber, I would be willing to arm it for you. Just bear in mind, it will be a pretty nondescript, bog standard, ordinary armament. I wouldn't do anything fancy to it. But if that's fair enough, and send it my way. Please let me know if it's for Find a Subscriber or for mailbag streams. If it is, why am I going back to the Object 42 BD? I want the Cyclone.
Actually, I hadn't actually had much of a chance to look at the Cyclone, and I'm actually liking the body shaping a lot on that thing. Looks very nice, very sleek.
It was originally, because the original Cyclone, that was my first attempt at like a serious, proper, inspired by a real life craft fighter. Sort of inspired by the Eurofighter, and then just before and season 3 of Find a Subscriber, I used it as in the same role here, but the standards getting so much higher, I decided I'd go back and give this thing a pretty thorough overhaul, and it has had a thorough overhaul. It now
pretty indeed. It does. I really do like the fuselage shaping on it, and I definitely see the Eurofighter vibes. 100%.
It's not quite as Eurofighter-y as the old is it the previous incarnation, but yeah, it's certainly a lot more capable in BD Armory fights. So we do have a fourth craft. This is the Object 42 BD2. I did do an adjusted version. Oh, what do you know? By Leo. So let's get this into the air.
Object 42 is very, like, Russian, I believe. It's... Whoa!
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier with the whole, getting too close and slamming into the... Yeah. That didn't slam into the ground, but it lost a few bits, so we're going to have to start it again.
Holy mackerel, though. Those things. Whoo! They're definitely using that torque, that's for sure.
Nearly got away with it. Nearly did manage to get back up into the air, but yeah, it's I got my phone buzzed earlier. I'm just going to see if that was something from the management. No, it was not. So that's nice. Oh, Oh my god, this is taking a while to load back up. Oh yeah, because the object 42, it's right up to the maximum with the part count.
Patience is one of those things that's required when working with KSP and BDA.
Right, I am just going to
Definitely
grab...
going to have to try those. Ooh.
Oh,
You'll
God.
definitely have to try the spawn templates in the new version. From what I've seen of the test that they were doing, yeah, you are going to love it as much as I'm going to love it. Basically, all you have to do, the cool thing about it is you spawn in your aircraft, whatever, in this case it'd be 4 aircraft, and then you save it as a template. So anytime you want to spawn 4 different aircraft, you just fill the slots in the template with whatever aircraft you want, and boom, they basically spawn in using the BDA spawner, and it's so fast.
Nice.
It's so great.
Can you select the pilots?
You can actually, yes.
Oh, nice. Okay, so the first flight, and oh my god, I haven't written down the thing on the sodding notepad again, have I? So what do we have? The object 42. Right, now the first place my mind went with object 42 was obviously Douglas Adams. 42.
Yes.
Like
And of course, my favorite number for that is 47, because that's a Star Trek reference.
what's the
They
reference
sneak.
there?
I think it had something to do initially with, like, it was I don't remember how it got started, but
One of the cyclones.
47 is a number that they bring up a lot in that. Oh, well.
Well, that's not looking healthy.
It's slimmed down a little too bit. It looks looking a little anorexic there.
Okay, the object 42 is obviously we're still distracted by by that other cyclone, but not anymore. And now Ion Kerman is in an awful lot of trouble.
Oh no! No, war crimes, no! Oh no. Dang, those things are fast and deadly, and they definitely have that turning torque, that's for sure. Whew, spicy.
Spicy, and my mind went to Russian tanks, says Ghosty.
Yeah, the object, whatever, and they also had, they had another, like, they did have a thing where they were naming aircraft, or, like, aircraft prototypes, object something or whatever for a while. And I don't think it was just aircraft. I think it was also tanks. Just basically any kind of prototype or something had like an object call name or whatever. Something like that.
Yeah. I'm sort of disappointed I didn't get any Star Trek reference. I'm not a Trekkie. I'm not a huge Star Trek nerd, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's like pretty much everything. They've got all the new Star Trek shows at the moment, all the new Star Wars shows, and I cannot catch up with any of it because I have a small child. It's like I've suddenly realised why all parents are so out of date. Who aren't up to date with anything, by the time, you get to, like, some point between 10 and 12 and start to become culturally aware. It's because they haven't had the chance.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I made it.
Alright, so looking it up, because I was curious, apparently the significance of 47 comes to one of the Star Trek writers, Joe Menosky, who attended Pomona College in California. And there was a club at Pomona College called the 47 Society, which claims that there exists a mathematical proof that all numbers are equal to 47, and that the number 47 occurs with greater frequency in nature than other numbers. So as a joke, they write, when asked about the significance, somebody said, Rick Berman once joked, 47 is 42, corrected for inflation.
I like the callback to the callback to Douglas Adams. Though that's quite nice. The Cyclones now within range to start releasing the Sidewinders. Oh, I think. Oh my God! One of them gone. Just dust. Just turned completely to dust, and now the other one facing a bit of scorched on the tail. No fatal damage.
That's some proxy debts.
Oh, this is not looking as good. This is not looking as good. Like this. Oh, that was beautiful.
It is taking a lot of damage though, slowly, but surely. Oh, as I say that, of course.
That was a little quicker. That was a little quicker. Oh dear. Okay.
Quick, GT Kerman, eject. Never mind. Rip GT Kerman.
Okay, it's
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound.
it is one apiece.
Ooh, tied up.
It is. It really is. How are we doing? Just looking at the results. So I think the Gripen and the LF-71A are. The LF-71A is almost certainly going to move into one of the qualifying spots for the next round. The Gripen, I think that's looking highly likely. Cyclone needs a better flare setup. Yes, I did tweak the Cyclone's flare setup a little bit, but not too much. I've kind of done a lot more on the three of my fighters which will be involved in the actual gauntlet round. So they have been tweaked quite a lot more. My neighbour just demolished his closet. Is that?
Oh my!
Is that some kind of euphemism, Leg of Luck?
Oh my!
Just Leg of Luck demolishing the old closet. What's?
We won't.
Where are we? Okay, third fight for the Object 42. We will ride. Let's just stick with. Let's go with Josh Kerman. Literally demolished his closet, and it's 10 PM.
Well, it is a weekend. Maybe there's alcohol involved. Who knows?
Prime closet demolishing territory.
Oh, yeah.
10 PM. I just heard a giant crash. Peeked out the door, and he's just carrying. Was it in shambles? Okay, fair enough. Okay, the fight starts. Josh Kerman is around quickly. Doesn't have. Gets a single Sidewinder away. Not much else though. It's 10 PM. Time for your closet demolition. Yes, honey.
Yes.
I knew there was something I was supposed to be doing. Not going for the Sidewinders. Fortunately, I
Might
did.
be that it's not getting enough time on target because it's evading the other missiles. There we go. Yeah.
Even straight at the start of the fight. I mean, I've seen one with some missing. I'm not sure if they got blown off. Oh my God! One of the.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
And one of the Cyclones is gone as well.
So 1v1 then.
Cyclone. Oh no! It is on the. I forgot to do the sodding camera tools again, didn't I? Yes.
Good.
Oh, what was I about to say? Oh my God! This is.
Oh, it crossed the nose. That's not good.
I think the Cyclone came off better from it. No, so maybe I have slightly ruined this craft because of putting AMRAMs onto it, but fortunately there's a section in the rules which says if your craft is nearly but not quite rules compliant, I reserve the right to. Could be. I reserve the right to adjust it so it is compatible with the rules, and I take no responsibility if it then becomes substandard.
No,
So
man,
that's
that was a good track on them.
That was a beautiful end to the fight. That's how I cover my ass with that one.
Yeah, there. Exactly. Fantastic fight. Moving on.
No, so that's just in the rules. If it's nearly rules compliant, I will adjust it. I'm not taking responsibility if I mess it up.
Enslayer, which Top Gun music are you talking about? There are at least 3 that come to mind.
Hmm.
Oh, man.
Closet demolition just reminds me of... I'm just suddenly reminded of all the stuff I've had to do around here because, obviously, selling the house, I put in a little Ethernet network in the study here just because I could not get... Literally the opposite corner of the house is where the router is, and I couldn't get a Wi-Fi signal. So I thought, well, I could get a boost, or I could just hardline it. I could just get it hardline up, and obviously I've had to tidy up all that and actually do all the stuff I'm supposed to do, so it doesn't look like a horrible mess of wires in the study and in the kitchen downstairs. Where are we? 4th fight. I have lost my mouse cursor. There it is. Let us ride along with Legolat Kerman.
As long as we don't lose our way. And there we go. They're off. Soon into the wild blue yonder. Piloted by Legolat Kerman, who looks like he's having a panic attack.
I don't think this is a good idea. I'm not liking this.
Whereabouts on the west coast are you, Kaz?
Southern California, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What's the weather like there at the moment?
At the moment, it's on the cooler end for us. Let's see, that's... so for right now, it is 67 degrees Fahrenheit, which, if I convert that to Celsius... because I can't do that in my head, it is 19.4 degrees Celsius.
Oh, very comfortable.
So nice, very comfortable today, yes.
Yeah. We
Quite nice.
The weather here today is it's not on the British temperature scale. It's not quite bloody cold, but it's oh my god, that is.
Whoa.
That is one of the Object 42s just plucked out of the air by a Sidewinder. Josh Kerman, otherwise unhurt, has to... Oh my god,
Oh.
Just a raking of the gun strips him of some parts.
Ooh.
Yeah, just that top little bit of that little wing assembly, that just... Parts just being skillfully plucked off of him by the
He's taking the hits on a non-critical area. If he survives, he'll show his wingman how to do that when he gets back.
Oh my god, yeah, that's...
Oh! That is a slightly more critical area, I'd say. And into the ground.
Beautiful stuff. Not obviously for Leo and his craft, but
Legolat Kerman still panicking, even though he's won. I don't think he's realized yet.
Once again, if anybody's wondering why there's another voice on the channel, we have a guest co-commentator today, which is Kaz, who runs Fighter Jet Roundtable. Kind of like another one of the things like Fighter Jet Showdown and all this. It is kind of seen Fighter Jet Roundtable as being kind of a spiritual successor to Fighter Jet Showdown. So if you did watch Fighter Jet Showdown, it might be worth checking out his channel. Link in the description. And yeah, we had a bit of a chat before the stream started, and Kaz was saying, "Oh, I've just finished my breakfast," and I'm like, "I've just got the baby off to bed," but obviously he didn't go down to bed. Yeah.
Yes. The wonders of the modern internet, just casually chatting with people across the world, you know.
Yeah.
Good times.
Oh dear.
But also, to be fair, I was eating breakfast at just shy of noon my time anyway, so it's kind of more of a brunch than a breakfast.
More it's like a brunch, but you're still having breakfast stuff for the brunch.
Exactly.
Oh god, the amount of times
Just
I've done
kind
that.
of groggy and tired. It's like not even. It's just about noon. Drinking tea. It's because I'm dead on the inside. Oh. Oh, they're having some fun in there. Lego needs a hug, but not for me, says Max.
I remember those days when I could get out of bed breakfast at noon instead of my wife just poking me and going, it's nearly 10 o'clock. I've been up with him for hours. Get your ass out of bed.
It's your turn now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It doesn't help that I do substitute teaching, and of course I'm not a morning person, so I'm always fighting that when I'm at work. I'm sitting there in the chair, it's like, hi, yeah, you can, I'll be your sub today. I'm like half asleep.
What subjects do you teach?
Well, let's see. I can technically teach anything. I can sub for anything. I had to pass a test.
One of the cyclones gone.
Oh, yep. It is indeed. It blew itself out. But, yeah. I normally sub for English, though. So, English and lots of other things. Usually, I try to aim for English because that's where my specialty is. But I'll also... I've done science, and ooh!
Whoop! And it's gone.
Goodbye. Just like that. We still got Object 42, pulling it through. I mean, it is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, so...
It is, and that's a decent craft. Not done especially well here. But, yeah. 3 wins, 2 losses. Will not see it through to the next round, unfortunately. But how are we doing for time? It is right on 9 o'clock. I might see if I can push my luck a bit and just see if we can fit in. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the next craft on the list. I only have 1 craft left on the list, actually. I thought I had 4, but one of them was the Casino Stardust's resubmitted.
Yes.
It was
Stardust.
the resubmitted craft.
Shame on you, Stardust.
I actually had to make a revision to the rules because of Stardust.
So have I! Wow, another thing we have in common. Amazing!
I had to write a thing saying it's all this stuff about wing surfaces and clipping wing surfaces. I had to go in and just write a little note saying if you're using control surfaces as wing surfaces, they will count as wing surfaces for the clipping rules. Basically, I can't remember how I phrased it, but that was the gist of it.
Yeah. FPVSD says they've read all the rules and are asking how they can send their craft in.
Direct message me on the Discord or the email. Just send them to me through email. You need to find the your .craft file. You can ask on the Discord in KSP discussion, and someone will help you out there, or I can help you out after the stream. But it's reasonably easy to find the file. Oh god, yeah, of course the game's slowing down by this point, isn't it? So, Maximus, let's go.
Ooh, Max has a plane. Ooh,
he
okay.
has. He was he competed last time.
I see.
Yes.
Now I'm interested. I wonder if it's a Liberator. It's either a Liberator or a Shinden. Or Shinden. I guess we'll figure it out.
X-Ray Shinden F01.
Oh, yep.
Contains
Okay, that
locked
does
or
sound
invalid
like
parts.
Ooh, well, you could try loading it and seeing what the...
GAL 22
GAL
BDA.
22 BDA. What? That doesn't make any sense.
That does not make
GAL
any
22
sense. Because I...
Huh.
Because GAL 8... Where is my GAL 22?
That's very strange. You might have used the wrong GAL 22, Max. He used the FJRT GAL 22 because we have one that's slightly it's been basically moved out of beta. So you could in theory you might be able to find, well, if you could find the craft file, you could just change the name of the GAL 22 into the correct version and it would probably work. But you'd have to find the correct version of it, the magical name and everything, because I'll fix that, says Max.
Let's see if we can find it. Gal 22 BDA. 1,
wait.
2, 3.
There we go. Okay, so Gal22 BDA. Gal22 BDA.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to be able to. It's going to be a pain in the backside to go all the way through here
Yep.
and do that for every instance. Right,
It might be.
If message requests.
Max, are you actively loading up the game to fix that this second?
Oh,
As entertain us with a story. Lego wants my.
sit back
Well,
and
I
let
don't
me
know. What
regale-
kind of a story do you? What story do you want?
Sit-
I could give you all kinds of stories, but what do you want?
Sit back and let me
something to
regale you with a tale, my boy.
Yeah.
Sit back and relax, and I'll share a story with you of my significant experience.
Anyway, yeah, Max. I mean, it's. So, anyway, entertain us of how I lost my lunch gazing at your. Oh God. Ugh. That's not a long story.
So that's
Okay, Lego submitted a craft called the Civic, and it was like the most hideous blend of colors I think I had ever. It was like weird Spider-Man colors, and it just looks so hideous. I couldn't stand it. I wanted it to die, and it did. Actually, something killed it. I don't remember what did, but something did. I was like, ha! Finally, I don't have to look at it anymore. My eyes—they've been saved.
Is it intentional that Rule 5... Sorry, I've just got seen something on Discord. Is it intentional that Rule 5 says it's 2021? Really? Have I... So the rules in my... Fire subscribe rules... Do I say somewhere that it's 2021?
Might be a copy-paste thing with the rule set. That wouldn't surprise me. I think I've been guilty of doing that at least once.
Where... Or Rule 5 as in... Right... I can't see it. I can't see it. Can I search for it in this?
Well, if Max takes too long, I can always send over one of mine just for just at least give us something to look at.
Let me get everything ready. Let me get the let's close that down. Let's get the old space plane hangar. The old splanger window.
Spanger, yes.
Splanger, as I've
Blank, yes.
So let's do a Control F. I did do a Control F. I don't know what the actual. Also, just to confuse things.
I hadn't sent him anything yet, no, I didn't send it to him yet because I didn't know what was going on, and he was a busy guy. I didn't just want to bombard him with stuff. He's a busy enough man as it is.
Now let's go further down. So part name equals part. Well, that's encouraging. Friday is Gal 22 BDA 310832.
Okay, Lego is yelling at me and telling me that I need to send you my caliber now. So I whatever. You can do with it as you please. It is. I have sent it. You can do whatever you wish with it.
That could.
Or there will be a Lego. Don't threaten me with a good time.
It's the right Gal 22 for the file. Which craft did the Gal 22 earlier?
That would be. One actually, the Griffin did.
My hack has a Gal. Has a Gal 22. Gal. Baha Gal 22.
Okay, Bahagao -22.
Yeah.
So if you copy that, it should. You should probably just be able to replace it.
While we're waiting, I think what we're going to do. How are we doing? 29 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. That is fantastic stuff. X-ration. Let's get rid of that because sometimes, for whatever reason, the game just comes back with exactly the same file. Ooh, pardon me. 16 viewers, 30 likes. Yeah, my hack has a...
Fantastic.
I'm just going to check the... what's the... Oh my god, we just passed the 3,300 subs mark.
Hey!
So people
Celebrate good times.
Come
on. Fantastic.
Yeah, today's
That's
video.
cool.
Today's
Someday
video
I hope
is-
to have. Someday I wish to also have 300 subscribers.
How long have you been doing this, Gaz?
For about 3 years. See, the thing is, you have like a variety of content on your stuff. It's not just BDA things, and you have a fairly regular update schedule as well. And yeah. So it is what it is.
It is. What
He also posts every. Yes, he does. It's very true. Also, apparently, Max says he has sent you a fixed version, assuming he didn't bork it up.
Let's see about that, shall we?
Indeed. He like loads it up, and just imagine the gun is in a weird place, flipped around, it's like pointing through the roof.
Reminds me, I had cause to try and get a craft not that long ago, so that it would shoot itself with a gun. And I couldn't. It was a weird video idea I had. That didn't make it into the actual video itself because you can't. Yeah, it turns out it's absolutely hard coded in. You cannot.
It does safety checks, particularly to make sure that the gun basically will not fire at the parent craft.
Yeah, and I basically got onto Josue and said, "Is there any way around this?"
There it is. Oh God, Max. Hey, at least it's not a goblin shark. It's a little in joke for those that are into the FJRT thing.
That is.
But yeah, it's cheated.
Let's have a look at that. I can see. Okay.
Oh, those wings. Why, Max? It's like the most hideous butterfly I think I've ever seen.
Okay, so we got that bit. That bit. Okay, I can understand that. That's sort of.
Some interesting shaping. And there's the GAU 22s. Yep. Very
There
nice.
are the GAU 22s.
Huzzah! Apparently, Lego is saying it's 100% legal.
Let me
He
just take a
apparently has
look. Let me
looked
just
it
take a
over.
look through.
Yes.
What do we have here? One
Just
Saturn, two Panthers. Okay, that is two countermeasure dispensers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6 of the AMRAMs. 4 sidewinders. I'm happy with the placement of that. Any shenanigans going on in the engine nacelles or the main body? There's the weapon.
Yeah, that's actually
Great.
it's actually very clean. Much different than looking at a Stardust design.
Okay, I can see this is an underbody wing. We've got the separation there. There's a little bit of overlap between that and that. I'm not too fussed about that. This bit over the... But we've got this on the bottom and this on the top, and that's quite overlappy with that.
Well, it is on top of it, but it's also, I don't know, doesn't look like it's clipping that badly. It's probably just the way that it looks, like when you highlight it. Plus, that is a massive structural weak point right there. Takes a shot there, the entire wing's gone.
It's got one Saturn, 2 Panthers. If you've only got the one Saturn, there's no restriction on other craft. Let me have a look, because what's the overall? Because it's that is the bit that's okay. Oh, there is I'd say, given what craft I have let through and craft I haven't let through, that is right on the line. That is absolutely right on the line.
So those of you who are looking to submit to fight a subscriber, this is right on the line. Do not do more than this, and aim for less. Don't be like Stardust.
Okay, that separation between the lower... I'm happy with the lower wing surfaces. They are fine. This top one is the fact there's a bottom control surfaces and the top control... Could those be counted as... So I'm just running through the rules in my head, trying to figure out if this is... I'm sure this is absolutely thrilling viewing for you all. 32 likes, thank you very much.
This is the stuff that I do too, that most people don't get to see. You're looking at basically behind the scenes stuff right here.
As he said,
sometimes I can go through them on stream, but most of the time I don't.
As you're saying, sat in the cave, just trying to...
Exactly, just kind of hunched over the thing. This isn't in the right place. You know, like some kind of horrible gremlin or ogre. It's all ogre now. That kind of thing.
Given that actually isn't a wing box, that is actually kind of like, that's detached, that's a lower wing, that could be considered a wing box. Also, given these don't quite meet, there is a... I'm going to give that a pass for now.
Yeah,
we're gonna do the preliminaries, and then I'm gonna have a longer think about that, because we've got to do something. Where did we get to? I think it's Sneak and Yosemite up next. I am gonna have a long, hard think about that. It's gonna be long and it's gonna be hard. Shortle.
One might say turgid, rigid. A very rigid think about that. A very rigid thing. Doesn't even make any sense. Just finding new and creative uses for language here on the Fight a Subscriber preliminary screen.
A rigid, throbbing think about... No, that doesn't...
Yeah. Yes.
I think we maybe best stop right there, otherwise it's going to go. It's going to go places we do not want it to go, is what she said.
Not on this. Yeah. Yeah. Not on this channel. On the FJRT channel, I'm a little more unhinged. It's just me trying to have fun and do kinds of nonsense. It's all good. It's nonsense. It's Kaz. It's puns, and it's fighter jets. Also, I have music in my videos, and have to try not to get taken out by copyright. It's fantastic.
Where'd you get the music from?
Oh, actually, I do actually use a lot of Ace Combat music in my videos, as well as really old school anime music, video game music, things that typically don't get, that aren't like major bands or anything, that YouTube's algorithm is kind of like, okay, you get a pass, that sort of thing. But, yeah, I usually have it in the background, playing while a fight's going on, so if there is any dead air, it's not just that.
I've read some horror stories about people who've who've used like YouTube's free music on their videos, and then for some reason, the license, the license to use it disappears, and then YouTube gives them a copyright strike, and they say, "But this was the free music on YouTube," and they go, "No, it wasn't." And they've basically got no comeback. So I have actually gone all the music. I think I've bought 3 bits of music so far. Yeah. I've actually gone and properly bought the license for the 3 bits of music I actually use on the thing. I'm just taking a look at it's pretty good because it's most of the wing it's actually proper wing area.
Yeah, that is true.
There's no I don't think there's an attempt to abuse clipping.
One thing I will say in Max's favor is that he tries to avoid clipping a lot because he also doesn't like clipping. If he does any clipping, it's usually for aesthetic stuff and not for performance.
Yeah,
which is something that I try to do as well.
I think because you've got this massive wing area anyway, there are bits and pieces that are for aesthetics. That bottom wing, most of that is actually like a proper separate wing. As I said, I think I will. I'll give it a tick on the list. The reddest tick I have given so far, but I will give it a tick.
I think Lego said it's kind of like a biplane, basically, because of the wing place. You have the main wing on the top, and then you have the 3 wing sections beneath that kind of act like a secondary wing together. So I can see that argument.
Let's try and line them up nicely. So 1 cyclone with Adam Kerman. Oh my god, I am running over something chronically. I hope I am not going to be in trouble when I finish this stream.
Get some chocolates and some flowers, and just say, I just wanted to make sure that the guys were good, and now I can take care of you, and give her a foot massage, and
I think the problem is
give her a nice hot bath, with a bath bomb and some candles,
Problem is I'd have to get past her to get out the house and buy her the chocolates and things.
Yeah, she's like, "Where are you going? You're not leaving me with them, are you?"
I could rappel out of the window just next to me here. That's an option.
Like, the second story isn't seeming like it's that high. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Right, okay.
Kaz the ladies' man, yeah.
Gonna have to do this very, very quickly. Okay, make sure it's quick saved. And who are we following along first of all? Let's go with Steek German. And this one of the X-ray Shindons. Let's get this one going.
Yeah, alright.
Taking off pretty much straight away. Yeah, the Maximus Light, of course, has... I remember when Maximus Light first submitted a craft. I think it might have been Season 3. I did say we've got sort of royalty among us, because Maximus was a regular contender with Fighter Jet Showdown. What's default altitude of these things set for, Max? Oh my god, that is straight around. That is, yeah, almost pointing exactly retrograde.
I was gonna say, knowing Max, probably the lower stratosphere. He likes his aircraft high, and always has.
And now they're diving straight down. Yeah, I tend to like to end my streams about 9, obviously. Oh, I was trying to check this craft out, so that added some time. I hope I don't... it depends what else is going on around the house. If there's some housework I should be doing, then I am going to be in some trouble. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, now they're together. Steek Kerman in the X-ray Shinden trying to...
That is a turn. Oh! Gosh!
Yeah, and that Cyclone... Is that Cyclone still with us? No, that Cyclone is not still with us. It has disappeared from the vessel switcher.
Oh, dear.
This one trying to pull over the top to avoid the X-ray Shinden. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's a Max plane for you. Oh! Jeez. No mercy. Oh god.
No mercy whatsoever. I haven't written this down.
Channeling the rage of the machine gods right there. Machine spirit. There we go. 40k fans. Machine spirit. Blood for the blood god. Milk for the cornflakes.
I used to play a bit of Warhammer in my youth. Actually, that tells a lie. I never actually got around to doing a battle. I just used to collect some of the miniatures and paint them, and then eventually got fed up with painting them, so just sort of they were left on the side, and But just was aware of the general universe, and I heard the other day. I thought maybe that might be a little bit of a hobby to get back into, and I did some research.
They are expensive these days, so I don't know how they are back then, but
they started to get expensive. I started playing them, and they started to get really popular, the Games Workshop games, and then they decided, I mean, they were getting really, really popular, and suddenly they decided to jack up the price. I mean,
that is a Games Workshop kind of thing to do. From what I understand, they're very much about that. Also trying to sue people for using the term Space Marine, even though it's not even their term to use. And yes, fun time.
What was it? I think I got the Warhammer, the basic Warhammer box set, and it was £30. And I think within 5 years it just started to explode. And within 4 or 5 years they'd up the price to £60. And it's like, surely you want to get everybody in. I mean, when your stuff starts to become popular, that's it. You're off and running. You sell them the basic box packs, and then there's all the other stuff they're going to want to buy. Surely it doesn't make good business sense. And what do you know? It just, that popularity, that takeoff just sort of collapsed a little bit. They've remained at about the same level of popularity, maybe tailing off a bit. And
I've been told that the daughter of one of our FGRT people is watching the stream, and that her name is Ryan. Hello, Ryan. I hope you're having a good time enjoying the stream. But that's honestly the price gouging and stuff when it comes to that is a lot of why I've heard people have started moving into the 3D printed models and things. Like they'll get kind of third-party 3D printed models and just use them because the prices for the official Game Workshop ones are just outrageous.
Yeah. I'm just checking to see if I have a message from the management. It appears I don't. Okay.
Whew. Bullet dodged. Missile deflected.
I wouldn't
There's
be.
the point.
I wouldn't be. I won't be feeling completely safe on that until this is all done and dusted. Okay, we are closing into Sidewinder range. Adam Kerman gets a couple of them away, manages to dodge that one. It looks like the X-ray Shingdons. I'm expecting, a craft designer of Maximus's pedigree to. I haven't got cameras on. Oh, the other Cyclone's gone. Guns coming in. Just sniped.
Oh gosh.
Just sniped the autopilot off the craft.
Jeez. Yeah, that is Max's style. He likes to pin you down where you can't do anything, and then come in with the guns to finish you off.
Chortle.
Yeah, indeed, Chortle. Definitely not the joke I was going for, but that's perfectly good.
Standard 10
It is a joke I would make.
Standard 10-man squad used to cost £12 in 2012. Now it's 35. It has just blown up, and I can't. It's something I once heard. It's like pile it high and sell it cheap. Very, very few businesses have gone bust with that philosophy. McDonald's is like the ultimate one, and I'm not playing it anymore. I don't think I'll go in for it anymore. But it's kind of just because I wish, for the sake of people who were doing it, that they kept that philosophy, because I think the company would be doing much better now, to be honest. Like if we can stop it there, please. But no, what I was about to say is I think do I get back into doing the Warhammer Fantasy? And I went in and I didn't go into my local shop. I actually looked up online. They don't do Warhammer Fantasy anymore. As in, they don't make the game. They don't do it as a game anymore. A physical tabletop game.
And they don't have to do that anymore to make money off of it because they've got all of the game, like the video games, based off of the Warhammer.
Yeah.
Like the Total War Warhammer games. I think they have 3 of them.
Yep.
They're doing pretty well with those. So,
but it just
problem. Yeah.
It wasn't making them enough money. 40k was popular. Warhammer Fantasy wasn't. I think they'd gone through several iterations. They tried a way of bringing it back. I think they brought a new edition out. It wasn't very popular. They tried doing something completely else with the IP. That really wasn't popular, so they just decided to can it. And it's just like, but your Games Workshop.
They also sent one of the. I know that one of their main writers for the world, Graham McNeil, actually ended up leaving Games Workshop to go work for Riot Games. So that might also go into it. Some of the lore has been not as great from what I've heard from people who follow that. So.
Yeah, but it's just Games Workshop not doing Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, one of the Cyclones is gone. But it kind of feels to me like if I went into my local Ford dealership and said, "Oh, can I see the latest model Puma?" and they just go, "No, we've stopped doing cars."
Woo!
Something froze. Oh no, it's just me switching.
Oh.
That's not healthy. That is not healthy for Adam Kerman.
Bullets are famously not good for your health.
Oh, and there go the engines, and there goes everything else.
Jeez. That is not a colonoscopy you want to have.
Okay, two more. We are running over quite significantly. I am going to. I will expedite this as best I can.
It's I'm just gonna blame Stardust. It's what I normally do when that kind of stuff happens. Is I'm just gonna blame Stardust. Might not even be the case. I just can't help myself.
Stardust, what have you done this time? Yeah, Age of Sigma. Age of Sigma. I think that's the name. I think that's basically what they were trying to do. That was kind of like their Warhammer Fantasy, but not really Warhammer Fantasy thing they were trying to do to save the IP, to do something different with the IP, to sort of try and get trying to salvage it. But in the end, that didn't work either. So they just canned it.
Yeah. Which is just, you think of stuff too. It's like, I mean, D&D is still going strong after all of these years, and it's especially now, and it's had the resurgence over the last few years because of the that disease that everybody's been dealing with. But at the same time, like they have games, they have a very present tabletop thing, and it's also because they don't maintain a monopoly on their miniatures and products and things. It's not how they make their money. They make their money based off of the material and that sort of thing. So I don't know.
Oh, Age of Sigma. Oh, is Age of Sigma? I might be getting mixed up. I think they stopped doing Warhammer Fantasy. Is it that Age of Sigma is the thing that replaced it? Because that might be it. Whatever happened, they've stopped doing the traditional tabletop Warhammer Fantasy. I know that much, because that was what kind of probably a good thing. Because I probably shouldn't be even looking at getting back into it. How much it costs now? That's another issue entirely. Anyway, let's do the Warhammer Fantasy. We are into our fourth and penultimate fight with the X-ray Shindans against the Cyclones. The X-ray Shindans seeming to be a little bit wobbly in the turn.
That is indeed something that they're pretty good at doing. They have They are pretty chunky aircraft, and they can definitely flip around. Although that crazy turn capability is probably what is also helping them in the dogfight, where they do bleed speed, but they stay behind the enemy aircraft and can line up with guns due to the thrust vector control that they've got on those engines.
Let's switch back to the. Oh my god! Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice. It's an interesting view.
Not for Ben Kerman, it isn't.
Oh,
the Cyclones are just getting plucked out of the air. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Jeez, decapitated.
Oh no, the Cyclone is behind the X-ray Shinden as the game pauses.
Oh.
Ah, no. Adam Kerman didn't quite get enough on the X-ray
It's
Shinden there.
still technically a 2v1.
Yeah, you only. I think this is. You only get one shot at this, and
Oh, jeez.
Adam Kerman did not take it.
No, he. Sorry, Adam. Oh, ooh. Jeez, that turn. That is a Max turn, that's for sure. Woo-wee. Well, Max, you still got it.
Right, one last fight. Adam's got a hole in his everything.
Yeah. In this case, it wasn't Adam that ruined everything. It was the Gao 22. So in theory, you could say that it was me. That I ruined everything. Oh.
Except for the Goblin Shark. I'm not sure I get the reference. Anyway.
Okay, so last season in FJRT2, Max submitted a new attempt at making a Liberator, which was probably the design you know him from the most in Fighter Jet Showdown. It was his first real time using P-Wings, and he was using a certain cockpit. And basically, if you look up a picture of the Goblin Shark, or a Goblin Shark on Google, you'll see why we called it the Goblin Shark, because it had a nose like the Goblin Shark did. It was awful.
I'll do that afterwards. Okay, this is taking a while to load. God, I hate
it. It had a big old schnoz on it.
I hate the way the game slows down this badly.
Memory leaks. Hopefully they'll fix that in KSP2 also.
Oh god, I hope so. Okay, back to Steak Kerman.
Alright, Steak.
Yeah, really going for the climb.
Yeah, they do that.
Steak.
Max? The thing is, Max, he operates off the idea that if you have, he operates off of real dogfighting rules when it comes to the fact that if you have more altitude to burn, you technically have more energy to use to keep your speed up and other things and all that other stuff. Not sure the spinning is working in his favor there, but according to Anakin, it's a good trick. So,
Oh, nice reference. Maximus Light, they are clipping more than they do for me. It doesn't seem to have hurt them so far, to be fair.
Yeah, it hasn't. That's true. Manages to get enough. It happens to dump a lot of chaff and then get its speed going, which is decoying the stock 120s quite nicely, I would imagine. Hemorrhaging those 120s to pin down the enemy fighter, and as he closes in, I guarantee he's going to swap to those AIM-9s and hemorrhage those as well while he flies in to get some gunshots.
There we go, there go the Cyclones. Oh my god, let's switch to camera tools. Cyclones holding up okay for the moment, but here come the guns. Here come the guns, here come the Sidewinders.
Ooh, that snapshot, though. Forcing that evasion for that missile. Oh, it's right on the tail. Are the guns going to overheat?
One of the Cyclones gone already. One of the Cyclones gone already.
Ooh, this is a good dogfight going on here, though.
Here we go. I have a feeling this might be.
Oh! 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 That was like his one chance to get a shot off. Whoa! Proxy
There we
death!
go.
And it's down. Oh, jeez. Whoa.
That was beautiful.
That was very pretty. Yes.
Right. So, just before I get certain parts of my anatomy removed by my significant other, I'm going to wrap the stream up very quickly.
Oh boy.
So, thank you everybody for coming along. Entries are still open for Fighter Subscriber, Season 4. Please, if you are going to submit a craft, read the rules. You can find them on the Discord, or you can email me for a copy. Yes, you can also submit your craft through the Discord by direct message, or you can, again, email me the craft file. It would appear so, Maximus Light.
It would appear that you qualified, yes, Max. You didn't. I don't think you lost a single. Well, that's not true. I think you lost an aircraft once, maybe one aircraft.
I don't think so.
No. Okay. In which case, that was a complete shutout. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say. Look at that, 34 likes on my tally. So quite good there.
I show 33, but yes, I will have to get over. Thank everybody who sent in a craft. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for getting involved with the chat. Thank you very much to Kaz for coming along and being my co-commentator.
Thank you for having me.
You are very, very welcome, and I expect you'll see me at some point over on Fighter Jet Roundtable.
Oh, most definitely.
Returning the favour. So, I submit my craft this stream. It depends. I'm not sure exactly when the next preliminaries will be. I'll have to sort out, how many passable craft I have.
I will say one final thing for Season 3 of FJRT. If you are interested in potentially competing in that, the countdown for the 2-week build period prior to Round 1 will be starting today. So, you've got 2 weeks if you're interested in joining for Round 1. Then we're probably going to do a bonus round or something else. So I hope to see some of you guys there. I would love to.
Okay. Well, that's...
And Smith, if you want to throw something into the ring just for giggles, I mean, we could do that too, maybe, if you were into that.
I'll if I get some spare time.
Yes. All right. Well, thanks for having me, and
you're very welcome.
You guys. Yeah, guys, thanks for coming and hanging out with Smith and myself, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
All right. Yes, thank you very much, Kaz, and thank you to the rest of you. And yes, more Fighter Subscribers soon. There'll be this Tuesday we have the last of the Ace Combat 7 playthrough streams, and then next Saturday there'll be what will be next Saturday? Next Saturday is Mailbag. Of course it is, and then video during the day. Until then, though, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.